Hello, welcome to PTX Trimble. In this video, we will cover what square headlands are, how square headlands help you, and how to set up square headlands on your field. Square headlands are designed to help you maximize your field by squaring off the field boundaries so you can grow more crops. Simply drive around your field placing points, then later squaring the points to make sure your field boundary accurately covers your field. On a good heading, the user places a point before the turn, drives the turn, and then places another point when they're on a good heading. The user can then go back and square the corner automatically without having to back the implement into the exact corner. With improved boundaries, the boundary is now the parent for all subsequent features. This means that you need a boundary first to make headlands. We will first record a boundary on a new field, then set up square headlands after. In the Precision IQ run screen, select the Guidance Editor drawer. Select Advanced Boundary. When ready, start recording your field boundary by pressing the record button. When you are about to come to a corner and you are on a good heading, press the Add Point button before reaching the corner. Then drive the corner as normal. After you are done turning and are now on a good heading, place another point. Continue along the boundary as normal. Users can also place the implement in the corner and record one point in the desired corner. Place points for all corners that you want to be squared. After you complete one revolution around the boundary of your field, you will be prompted with the Create Boundary message. Here, you can edit the name of the boundary. Tap the Configure Headlands toggle to set up square headlands. Tap Square to make square headlands. Tap Launch Designer. Here is where you can square off the corners of your boundary. To do this, you can toggle off and on rounded corner segments to make your boundary square. For instance, I want to make this corner square, so I toggle off segment 4. This makes the corner square. I want all corners of my boundary to be square, so I toggle off all the corner segments. I want to make my boundary line straight. I can do this by tapping the Straight Line button on each line segment. This straightens each line of your boundary. After you are satisfied with your boundary, press Next. The guidance lines have been generated from the boundary segments and added to your guidance swath library. Press Configure Headlands. Here is where you set up headlands. Since we are making square headlands, the headlands are swath sets that the user engages guidance, manually disengages, turns, then engages on the next guidance swath to complete the headland work. You can assign infill to your headlands by picking one of the segments that was used to make the boundary. You can then enter how many circuits you want for the headlands and swath width. Select Save and Exit to create the headlands. You now see the square headlands along with the outer and inner boundaries on your run screen. You can now engage on the guidance headland lines to drive your boundary. When driving the square headland, the next guidance line will activate based on heading and location. Since boundaries are now the parent to headlands and infill, square headlands can be found under the Advanced Boundary tab in Field Manager. You can select the boundary, then select Advanced to go back to the designer, or select the arrow on the boundary, select the headland, select Edit Headland, and this will take you to the Configure Headlands screen. In this video, we explained what square headlands are, the value they provide, and how to set up square headlands. Thanks for watching.